Hey there, and welcome to my monthly market updates for August of 2023 for the Phoenix metro area. Now, if you haven't heard, Phoenix has been on absolute fire, and that's not the real estate market, that's just outside. We've actually hit a 30 plus day record of 110 degrees.
So they say it's a dry heat.
And so despite that, the market has been pretty cool out here. We've had a pretty weak demand and super low inventory. So it's keeping sellers from selling and affordability, really scratching the ceiling for a lot of buyers. And so I'm going to be sharing some stats and a forecast for the next month or months. And then you can use that whether you're thinking of buying or selling here in the Phoenix metro area. By the way, my name is Rudy Coronel. I am a real estate agent with Realty One Group out of Goodyear, Arizona. And if this is your first time here at the channel, make sure you subscribe, you hit that notification button so that you're notified every time I release a new market update like this one or another video. And I also get calls from people just like you who are looking to move out here, especially from out of state. So if that's you, whether it's in 9 days or 9 months, go ahead and send me an email, text, call, or better yet, you can use that link in the description below so that you can go ahead and set up a virtual face-to-face with me. That's actually my preferred method to get to know my future clients. So let's get on to the reason why we're here, all right? All right, let's start off by pointing out that Phoenix has always been a very volatile market. It's always had big swings. And so that might change over time just because we've had a pretty steady inflow of people from especially West Coast cities. Seattle and Los Angeles, to name a few. And the reason is that there's a pretty strong economic outlook for the state. Also, when you compare it to cities like those and others across the country, Phoenix is still relatively affordable. And as a matter of fact, there was a Redfin article released about a month ago, and it said that Phoenix was the most popular relocation destination for people from other states, with Las Vegas and a few Florida metros in close second and third place. All right, so a lot of people are moving here. Now we have a decline in new listings. If we look at it from a year-over-year basis, we've been having less listings for 12 consecutive months, and now we're looking at a 40% decrease in listings compared to this time last year. And that is a result of what's called a lock-in effect.
We're locked in.
And to explain the lock-in effect in terms of rates, right now, four out of five homeowners have an interest rate of under 5%, and then you have a quarter of homeowners under 3%. So we have, if you wanted to get a loan right now, a typical fixed conventional loan, you would get a 7.2% rate. So you do see the problem, right? There was a Redfin survey done about a month or so ago, and in the survey, they found out that about a quarter of home sellers would actually sell if rates fell under 5%, and then that number dramatically went to 80% if they were around the 3. If rates went down to about the 3% area. So this is actually leading to an unprecedented shortage of new listings, which is having actually a greater impact than those higher interest rates. If we look at new listings on a year-over-year basis, we can see that we've been declining in those numbers for the past 12 months. And so because of the historically low inventory and the lock-in effect that we're experiencing, I think that's what's caused home prices to pretty much persist. I mean, we have gone down. There was a correction. There wasn't a market crash like a lot of real estate gurus predicted there would be.
The market's crashing.
No. And as a matter of fact, we're only down 2.1% right now, year over year, with the median sales price of $464,900 at the top of the market last year. I think we're at $475, and we've come up from January, which was kind of the low point of the correction here. We've come up 5.7%, and a lot of analysts predict that we're going to be at a net positive in the next 2 to 3 months. Not sure what that appreciation looks like. There's a lot of analysts that think we're going to be 4 or 5% towards the end of the year, and then another 4 or 5% next year. But no one really has a crystal ball. We can't tell. Those are just predictions. As many of you know, that the market is cyclical, and there's always also something that's called seasonality. And basically what it means is that during the winter months, it's slower. During the spring and summer months, it's faster or more active for home buyers and sellers. But we're going to look at the Crawford Market Index too. And right now, oh, by the way, the Crawford Market Index is pretty much a short-term forecast of the balance of the market. It takes all of pending, active, and sold listings, and it gives us a value. If the value is 100, it indicates that it's a buyer's market, and anything above 100, like 110, would be considered a seller's market. So currently, overall, for the Valley, we're at 160. And the top 5 cities are Chandler, Fountain Hills, Glendale, Gilbert, and Phoenix, which are very strong sellers markets right now. To get any growth at all, you really have to have either interest rates come down substantially to improve affordability and get people to list their home, and therefore that be the catalyst for them to move up or move down, whatever they want to do. We're also not banking on any delinquency, any foreclosures coming in to rescue us right now. Home delinquencies are historically low. So if you're thinking that that's going to be the next influx of new listings, I think I'm going to have to burst your bubble here and say,
Oh, come on, man.
that's not going to be it. It needs to happen from low interest rates and sellers finding the motivation to want to sell their home right now. Okay, so what do we do with this information? So we know that the market's cyclical. We're going into a seasonal period where it's going to be slower for sellers, but it's still a seller's market. So if you're looking to sell your home, just expect that you're going to have to work with buyers on repairs. You're going to have to give them concessions, probably. Nothing crazy. It's normal concessions right now. It could be between $5,000 and $10,000. And you're going to need to stage your home, make it look attractive so that it stands out above your competition. And if you're a buyer and you've been waiting for a change in the market, well, it's happened. We're actually, like I said, we're going back up where home values are going to be net positive for the median sales prices in the next 2 to 3 months. And you know, you're not going to have as much competition with other buyers because, again, it's a slower time of the year. But you could, if the home is priced well, you could have a multiple offer scenario. Just look out for homes that are maybe not reasonably priced and homes that have maybe been sitting on the market for a while. That's where you could snag a good deal and have a potentially motivated seller to help you out with those concessions so that you can work with your lender to try to buy down your interest rate to get that payment to a more manageable rate. And you can also find lenders that will have programs that allow you to refi within the next 36 months if the interest rates happen to go down, and they'll do that for free. Lenders fees, anyways, they'll do the lender fees for free. Title fees you'll still have to pay, but it's not really consequential when you're talking about hundreds of dollars of savings that you potentially have. So those are your options. I hope I provided enough value for you here. Again, if you are not subscribed to this channel and this is your first time, please go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you have any questions, make sure that you put them there in the comments, or you send me a message on Instagram or by text. And you can use that link in the description so that we can set up a virtual one-to-one. And I'll leave it at that. I hope to see you guys next month.